God bless you and welcome back again to my channel. My name is Joy. This is Joieblissworld. This is the continuation of the video I made the last time. Remember, I told you to watch out for this part of this video. If you are new to this channel, you are most welcome, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because there are lots of amazing content on this channel. Without saying too much, let's dive into the video. The way people are moving from UK to Canada is very alarming. Just last month alone, 8 of my friends moved down to Canada. I'm like, it's now becoming a trend. Before you know it, you will hear that somebody just moved down to Canada. From where? From UK. If you watched my last video, I stated some reasons, but it's beyond that. When most persons come over, some people will be like, did you start the process in the UK? Like the process of coming to Canada. But most persons are asked, they didn't really start the Canadian process in the UK. Most of them started it a long time ago, and probably because it was taking too long, they decided to first of all move to the UK, maybe because they just wanted to move. Then along the line, when it finally clicks, then they move to Canada. I'm saying this because this was my scenario. Most persons have asked me, did you begin the immigration process in the UK? I keep telling them no, that it was more like a pending process that finally clicked when we moved down to the UK. And I believe so many persons are also in my shoes. This is not to say that if you want to begin your Canada immigration journey in the UK, it is not to say that it is not possible. It is possible. But I'm trying to tell you that most persons that come over to Canada from the UK had their applications pending. If your application process was very smooth, you don't know what God did for you. In as much as the process could take a very long time, for some persons it takes a very short time. When I say short time, some people's process could take as short as 3 months. They're already having their permanent residence visa. So it is like that. For those people that experience theirs that way, let me say you are favored. Let me quickly come to the major reasons people are leaving UK for Canada. I think number one is the quality of life, maybe one of the best in the world. So people want to go to a place where they can be sure of their quality of living. And again, Canada is very multicultural. Very, very multicultural. You see different sets of people here. Different people from different countries. So because of that, the rate of racism is very low. Lots of people just hear racism. If you have worked under somebody that is a racist, you may regret even going to that country in the first place. But so far in Canada, you see different people of different colors. And you'll be like, sometimes I used to ask, where are you from? So we tell you they are Somalians, Kenyans, like that, all mixed, especially in this area where I'm staying. A lot of cultures here. People want to be in a place where they will feel safe. Another reason why people are leaving UK for Canada is the fact that the UK government keeps coming up with different immigration rules. Today you could just wake up to hear that ILR, or for you to get your ILR, it will now take extra blah 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 blah. Tomorrow you will wake up to hear that you will now have to be paying so fee. No, many like that. Those were the things I was hearing then when I was in the UK. I'll just be like, when you are thinking you're almost free in this aspect, they will just come up with one law. And most times it's not usually favorable to many immigrants or even upcoming immigrants. But in Canada, the immigration process is relatively stable. They can keep to one rule for even as long as 5 years. and it will still be operating like that. I'm not saying they don't change some things, they don't update some things, but when you compare the two, the Canada's own is relatively stable. If you're an international student in Canada, it is easier to get your postgraduate work permit. Not just getting it, this will count towards your permanent residency. And the amount you can use to get that is about 150 Canadian dollars. It is not like that in the UK. When you want to go for your postgraduate visa, you will need to pay about £2,000, if not more, to extend your stay. But even at that, it doesn't even add to you becoming a permanent resident in the UK. Considering the tuition fee, that of Canada is still very low compared to that of the UK. Those born in the UK still pay as high as about £6,000 for their tuition fee. But it's not like that in Canada. Canada, the tuition fee is relatively low. So when most persons see opportunities like this, they just leave, even if it will take them to start all over again. Now let's consider the driving system. If you are coming from Nigeria, for example, the kind of system we have over there is similar to that of Canada. In Nigeria, we do left-hand driving. So, but in the UK, it is right-hand driving. And you know, it can be very, very confusing. My first 3 months in the UK, you will see me when I want to get into the car, I will go sit on the right side because that is what I've always known. So it took me time to adjust. But in Canada, we use the same driving system, the same wide roads we have in Nigeria is similar to the wide roads we have in Canada. So most persons that are even from Nigeria, we prefer to even move down to Canada, even though they are in the UK, they will prefer it because they will just feel like just 1 or 2 instructions, they will now be very good at driving in Canada. People are also leaving UK for Canada because of the pay. When you compare the two countries, the average salary in Canada is higher than the average salary in the UK. Most persons want something big, so they'll prefer to move to Canada. People are also leaving UK for Canada because they want to own a house or houses, because some people may not even buy one. They would love to buy like 2 or 3. Most of them must have done the comparison. I have this amount of money. Which would be better off? It is cheaper to actually buy a house in Canada, depending on the area you are getting the house actually. And most times people buy these houses for different reasons. Some people use it for business, some for residential areas. So most places would like to move down to Canada and to invest in all those things than doing such in the UK. People are also leaving UK for Canada because Canada generally is very welcoming, especially to new immigrants. I can tell you that for free. I knew when I just came, I didn't even know my bearing. You will see them always willing to help. I went to one grocery store. I was trying to get back to school things for my kids. So I didn't even understand some of the things they wrote. I just asked one lady. She also came to get something. She left everything she was doing. Like when they just notice you are a novice, you see them wanting to be of help. And the lady was like, okay, let me check it for you. She was checking and they didn't have it in the store. So she brought out her phone and Googled the picture of what I wanted to buy. And she was like, you can get it here, you can get it here. And she asked, do you need any other thing? Do you want me to assist in any other thing? I was just like, man, she's not even the only person. I remember one time I was trying to go somewhere, I didn't know my left from my right. It was also somebody. This one is never a white person. You know, Canada is very multicultural. She said she's from Somalia or something. Before you know it, she just called a cab. That this cab is her person. Wherever I needed to go, that the guy would take me there. So they are really, really very welcoming. And First impression matters a lot. Hope you guys know that. When you enter a place and you are treated like a queen or like a king, you will love to stay there. In the UK, I won't say they are not welcoming, just that most persons there are very busy. So before they will have your time, then the person needs to really dedicate or bring out time to welcome you, as the case may be. In addition, people are leaving UK for Canada because of the citizenship process. It is not easy getting that of the UK. It takes a very long time. I know of somebody that traveled to Canada and another person traveled to the UK. The Canadian person is now a citizen, while the one in the UK is still counting years. So most persons want to go to a place where they can easily get their citizenship. So that is why no matter how long some of them must have stayed in the UK, they will still prefer to quickly go to Canada because they are sure that after 3 years, if they are going as permanent residents, they will become citizens. And when you become a citizen, you will be entitled to a lot of benefits. Even though you are a permanent resident in the UK and then you have a child, that child still needs to stay about 2 to 3 years to enjoy the benefits of being a PR. But in Canada, if a child is a permanent resident, the child won't have to stay extra years to start getting those benefits, no. But in the UK, it's not like that. If you moved from UK to Canada and you are watching this video, kindly let me know your reasons in the comment section. If you are also planning to move from UK to Canada, still let me know your reasons in the comment section. This is also to let you know that you can join any of my membership classes and you'll be seeing more detailed videos there. If you have watched this video to this point and you have not subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to like, comment and share this video. See you all in my next one. Bye.